All right, let's go ahead and just get started a little bit early today. Why not? Hello, everybody. Hope you are doing fantastic. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, just so you know, I am genuinely not trying to run a whole bunch of ads. And so, if you want to support the channel, I have added a few different cool things. I have now launched a merch line if you want to go check that out. It's pretty cool. Got some nice hoodies and stuff over there. And we're going to be talking about NixOS and a whole bunch of the stuff that I've done in it here recently. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So yeah, I am also listening to music with the echo cancellation stuff. So please let me know if any of that music's coming through. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Also, let me know if I need to bump up any of the audio or any of that while we're live. Um, because it wouldn't be Linux if we didn't have the possibility of some issues creeping up. So, but I have really enjoyed NixOS over the past few days. It's been a great experience. It's been just genuinely phenomenal. So let me move Discord over here. So one of the things I do want to do is go ahead and get us a repository for my NixOS config put up on my GitLab, as well as we're going to do some updating and stuff over on my website. So I'm going to I'm going to get rid of the resume page and just have an about page with some of my history and stuff on there, some of the things that I've done. And yeah, we're just going to clean it all up and remove this standard placeholder timeline. We'll actually add kind of some of my stuff in my resume there. And then we're going to write a NixOS article to kind of help ingrain some of the things about NixOS I've learned. Go back over. We'll try to go through and make a guide explaining Nix, the philosophy of NixOS, how it works, all that kind of good stuff. Good. Awesome. Audio's good. Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Also, you'll be able to see I have done some other modifications, like my I haven't really changed anything about sway and see, but the actual bar up here looks much nicer. It's a lot better. I like it. I like it. So yeah, I think my NixOS configs are kind of perfect. I really couldn't have a better system. I do need to get back into playing around with Vivaldi, but I'm just so used to using Firefox, it is really hard to switch away. Let's go back over here. Let's go over to GitLab. And let me go back and turn on Dark Reader so I don't have to blow out our eyes. Oh, I'm not signed in. Need to fix that. Very much. Let me switch back over here. Sign in. Oh, no, I didn't realize I was signed out. That's very odd. And we might also set up SSH keys for the system. I don't normally do that. I normally just use my password when it comes to Git. And it's been so long since I've done the SSH keys, I don't remember how to do it. I know it's not hard, but we could easily go ahead and do that. Oh, how is Xmonad going for you, Darth? You enjoying it? Let me see. All right, so now that I'm logged in, let's go ahead and add a new project / repository. Create a blank project. What are we going to call this? Stany NixOS. Oh, come on. Wait, uppercase letter, digit, emoji, or underscore. Hold on, is there an equals emoji? Oh my gosh, there is. Best Blake NixOS. Project slug, ZanyOS. Select the deployment target. New. Public. Yes, give it a readme. Create project. Right. I need to do git config dash dash global. I can't remember what the command is now that I'm trying to think about it. Git config username. Config username. Okay. User dot name. Give it my name and email. Okay, close. Now, paste that, run it. Not a Git repository. Oh my god. Hold on. Thought this creator upload files. Oh. I thought this was like the Git initialize. I was totally not even reading it, not totally misunderstanding it. Okay. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's cd out of here. Let's git clone https://gitlab.com/zany/ what was it? ZanyOS.git. All right, cd into ZanyOS, and what we are going to do is actually cd out of here. We're going to cp-r .config ZanyOS, everything inside of there, and we're going to put it inside of ZanyOS. So now ls ZanyOS, and we should have everything I had in there, as well as a README. Nice. Okay. Well, I'm glad you found what makes you happy. Xmonad is, it's where a lot of people find home. It's not for me, but it's definitely a good tiling window manager, that's for sure. I also probably, before we do too much more with uploading this, actually no, let's go ahead and let's get everything added. CD into ZanyOS. Now let's git add. Now git status. New file, all of my config files, flake.lock, nix, fonts, D. Wait, I don't think I need a .uuid folder file. Git restore -- staged. We want to get rid of, we don't need the flake.lock file coming with us, because assuming most people are just going to build it on their system anyway, it's going to generate a lock file. No reason to keep it. Can we remove multiple files with this? We do font / .uuid. Untracked files. Okay, perfect. See, everything else needs to come with. Perfect. Awesome. I like how I've reduced my entire .files thing down to this instead of what it was before. Much better. Much better. Like, much smaller repo. Very nice. I like it. Very much. Very much so. Let me see. So, here's what we need to do. We now need to actually like write our README. NixOS is my production. Why am I capitalizing stuff? My production machines. To easily use my system. What you to do is replace the hardware configuration .nix file with the one in your /etc/NixOS folder that's generated. So you will need to. What's up, Hip Dad? Yeah, well, the nice thing about this kind of like Nix is I have these small set of files and it will generate and configure everything the way that I have. Like you're going to end up with every single, like just everything, like all of my environment variables set, all of the config files, wallpaper, just everything. So I think that's kind of, it's kind of what makes it really nice. And I don't have to have a script that links to all those files. And like also another thing is like most pretty much any theme that you want to be installed on NixOS, because Nix packages has so much available. You can, I mean, you're not going to have to include like an icons folder or a themes folder or whatever in your dot files that needs to be copied over or anything like that. Oh, Silent Nerd. Well, thanks for dropping in. Hope you have a good night. Take it easy. You will need to change the user name and host name in the files in NixOS folder. Now let me go over here, and I want to do this. I'm going to move my Discord over here for a nice pretty screenshot. We're going to run a neofetch command, and open up. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? Why was I trying to launch BTOP as a separate program? BTOP. There we go. All right. And now we go. Let's take a screenshot. Let's do this here. And then we can quit out of this, quit out of that, take this back over here, go over here. Let's go into open, recently used, nope. Let's see, be right here. This one, let's go take the image, scale it to 1920 by 1081, and let's make that 1080. Cool, perfect. File, we're to export as demo.jpg into NixOS. Export it there. Export. Let's go back over, and I can never remember how you do pictures. Hold on, I've got to go look at my other repo. Let's duplicate this tab. Back over here. Got my file. I can never remember the syntax. Exclamation mark. There we go. But this one, don't have to do that. It's just right there. You know. And for right now, we will just go ahead and delete all these lines. And just save that for right now, because I mean, we can add much more to the README later on. I probably will, but for right now, let's just see how that looks. Let's git add demo, git status. Git commit-am first commit, then git push. Oh, that's right. We do need to set up SSH keys, which, hold on, we'll do that next. I'll get this pushed up and then we'll do SSH keys. Let me go over here, then grab it. Oh, of course. But do copy, do paste. Dang, this is taking quite a second. Dang, what's taking so long? Git, hello, are you okay? Maybe I shouldn't have not done this without SSH keys. Let me go over here. We have a commit? No. Heck is happening? All right, hold on. Let's set up SSH keys, so I don't have to keep entering my freaking password. Let me see. Where does, I can't even remember where it is. GitLab SSH keys. Okay. All right. Why you use GitLab, not GitHub? Because GitHub is owned by Microsoft and I don't trust it. So, like, I don't trust them to try to make me, like, to kind of try to force me to use it. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't trust them to not try to lock me into the platform. I think GitHub is great. It's a great platform. I don't think there's any problems with GitHub. I have no problems with using GitHub like if you're someone else. I don't care. Like, I'll use your project if it's on GitHub. Don't give a shit. I just wouldn't choose it. I know a lot of other projects are there, and that's why most developers choose it. Like, it's fine. I don't care why. It's just not for me. No, I don't know anything about credential helper and I mean, I'm fine with generating my own keys. It's fine. I don't got a problem with it. Let me just run the commands. So SSH dash keygen. Let's do dash T for RSA, dash B 2048, dash C for comment. I guess we'll make the comment be GitLab keys. I don't know. Yep. Save it there. Enter passphrase. Sure, this one needs to be virus secure. Okay, I'll enter it again. Okay, cool. I have generated it. Now I need to add the public key. Copy it. Oh, okay. Slash dot SSH slash ID underscore dot hub. And okay, cool. So that worked. So now let's go over here and let's add it to my SSH keys. I just gotta figure out where in the hell that is. What? Yeah, I have no idea. Let's see. Security settings. Nope, not in there. Does anyone know where it is in GitLab? I have nary a clue. Edit profile, maybe? Ah, SSH keys. Yep. Okay, so it's in my profile. Okay, so I've got this SSH key here that I used 4 months ago. Let's delete that. Add a new key. Let's paste it. Title. Yep. Okay, so I added that key. Okay. So I've added. Okay, and expiration date. Yep. Okay. Verify that you can connect. Run this command here for the GitHub get example. Cannot resolve. What? Wait. Could not resolve hostname gitlab.example.com. Hold on. Have they like completely got rid of this page? Yep, I can't connect to it even in the browser. So, okay. Let's see if I can cd into NixOS git push. Oh no, it's still asking me for a username. Now I'm confuzzled. How do I force it to use? Do I have to like re-pull down the repo and everything? I'm trying to push up my dot files using my git SSH keys instead of. Oh, okay. No, hold on. I'm supposed to replace the example.com with mine. Okay. GitLab dot gitlab.com/sani/dot files. Cannot resolve host name. Yeah. Okay. Great. Git SSH uses different endpoint and protocol entirely. Brother, I don't. Okay, sounds cool. Why am I not able to use it? I've set up my SSH key in GitLab. Hold on. Let me get out of here. Yeah. Going through the documentation. No. Can I get out of my user settings? Yes. There we go. Well, in GitLab's own documentation, that's how they're showing you to do it. SSH-T git at a GitLab.example. Which, hold on, let me just do git at, trying to think, like, go to like Rofi. Oh, it doesn't even have a. Since you are set up for password push, you should probably push via password. No. How do I do it? Then you re-pull your repo. I know you don't. Okay. Look, I know I don't use SSH commands at all to get pull anything. I'm just confused at why GitLab's own documentation, GitLab's own documentation is telling me to do SSH, and the commands are just like acting like the websites don't exist. Which, for this example, they actually don't. I don't even know what's a boilerplate when I'm supposed to use to test something. I don't even know. So, but how would I pull the repo? How do I get set up so I'm not using passwords? Like, I set up the SSH key. How do I do that? It's been so long since I've done this kind of shit. Code. Okay, clone with SSH. Copy that. Actually, no. We don't want to do it for the dot files repo. There it is. Good Lord. Took me forever to find it. Code. Load it with SSH. So let's CD out here. Let's CP the NixOS readme out of there to dot readme dot md, and then the rm-rf NixOS here. Then we would Control A, git clone. All right, yes. Enter passphrase. Okay. Cool. So now we can CD into NixOS. cp-r everything in .config / NixOS here. / NixOS ls. We've got everything in here. Let's remove the README file, and we're going to move the home / dot README file in here. Oh wait, hold on. mv. Sorry, buddy's going crazy. Go here. Move README to README dot. There we go. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right. The dogs in this house are going crazy. All right, so we got all this stuff in here. Let's add config files. Let's NixOS and scripts. Then we also want to add the flags. I'm doing this way. Good Lord. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but one of our dogs who's like got a whole bunch of puppies is going nuts right now. Let's see. I keep getting distracted because they will not stop barking. Good Lord. I'm gonna have to end up like putting a whole bunch of soundproofing shit over my door. And like the hallway out there. I'm gonna have to. Ridiculous. We've got them little yappers. They're so loud. Okay, so I'm looking at all of this. We want to git restore staged fonts.uuid. We don't want that in here. Everything else is a-okay. Oh no. We also need to export this again to NixOS. Yes, export. Git add. Oh wait, hold on. Keep it over here. Git add demo. No, we can move this one back over here. So let me full screen this and I'll zoom in some. Git add demo.png, git status. Okay, so everything's good here. Yep. So, and the only things we're not tracking is with flake.lock and that fonts.uid, where the hell that came from. So let's get commit -am first real commit git push. Oh, I mistyped it. And I did it again. There we go. Perfect. So now if we refresh, NixOS is my production machine's config files. To easily reproduce my system, all you need to do is replace the hardware configuration.nix file with the one in your etc/NixOS folder that was generated after install. You will need to change the username and hostname in the files in the NixOS folder. Perfect. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What a beautiful system. Gotta love it. All right. Well, cool. So we got the NixOS configs pushed up, which I think people are going to have me start linking this everywhere. So I will go ahead and link it in chat for you boys. Ooh, I have not had bitter melon. Sounds good. Sounds like something I'd like. Fill your room with spray foam. Probably will. I mean, if it'll block out the sound at this point, that'd be great. I need to have me like a foam insert that like goes in my hallway over towards my door. Like, hold on, I can move the camera. Oh wait, hold on. Like over there. Like have just a massive foam insert that goes over there. Hold on. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. I think that's where it was. I think so. But yeah. That's what I'll end up having to do. But cool. We's all good. And the whole repo's only, it's less than 8 megabytes. That's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. I'd have to say, we have really outdone ourselves. And it takes care of everything. Yeah, I think this would be quite the opposite of a backed arch stream. This is a your boy ain't leaving for a long time NixOS stream. I cannot get over how awesome it is. And we just got finished pushing up the NixOS dots. So And the best part is my production machine's dots will probably just get replicated straight over to my laptop system. So let's go in here to the NixOS. Let's go, we need to go into the project settings, general, topics, NixOS. Configuration, NixOS, config, NixOS dot files. Could just call them dot files. My NixOS configuration. Running hyperland. SWW. Actually, no, let's keep it lowercase. SWW. Sway notification center. Tofi. And more. Project avatar, we'll go to recents. Oh, and also another thing we're going to be doing is setting up my home directory with like copying over all of my other files. And also I need to set up my other drives in the system as well. So we'll probably be doing a little bit with some system configuration at some point. Meh at best. It's meh if what you're trying to do is install programs in the terminal and like approach everything the same way that you used to. It's a declarative system. So like if you're fine with like if you just want to install a program on a whim, you install a program on a whim. Like that program's not, oh wow, my camera was like all tilted. Your program is not going to stick around for forever if you just install it through a terminal. Like you're creating a new shell environment for that program to check out that program. It's kind of like Flatpaks, but like still your base operating system, not, you know, a totally different format or schema than what your system uses. Like it's kind of hard to explain. It's very good. It is very good. Especially if, I mean, like Big Pot, if you're interested in configuring your system, checking out stuff, then it's great. No stream issues. No, there is stream issues. My Wi-Fi is shit right now, and I believe my mom is cooking. Well, actually, it's not the Wi-Fi that's shit. I figured out what it is I believe every time she turns on the microwave, I drop frames in OPS. So, yeah. What do you mean by superficial things? Because like starting services, like pretty much everything that I've done and I do on my system is made easier by Nix, like considerably easier. Especially if I want to replicate it on another machine, it's very simple. Oh, max file size is 200 kilobytes. Are you shitting me? That's 400. Damn. Okay, so cancel this. What we need to do is pop over here, file, open, downloads, Discord server picture, open that. We're gonna image and scale this bitch right on down to like 400 by 400 scale. Then export as GitLab Nix picture. Export. Export. Up right on over here. Choose file. GitLab Nix picture. 210. Are you shitting me? 210. It's just over it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Image. Scale the image down to 385. Scale. And export to the same image. 194. Yes. Just under its arbitrary value. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Beautiful. Like button does need love. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Dad. Yeah, boys, don't forget, hit the like button before you head out. Hopefully you're not heading out. Hopefully you're chilling for a while. Chilling like a villain. I keep forgetting that you guys can't hear the lo-fi music I'm playing in the background. I'll share that. If you want to load this up and turn it down in the background, that's what I'm listening to. All right, so we got NixOS all pushified up. It's all good. I guess we could move on to working on my website, because I do want to do a whole bunch of stuff there. ZanyOS lives. Yes, it does. It is a living, breathing project. Do you know how many people have asked me to like launch a project called ZanyOS? They're normally talking about a distribution, and this is as close as I'll get to it. This is as close as I will get to a distribution. It's technically not a distribution, but it's close to one. You install a base system and you run a command. Well, you copy over one file and you run a command. Well, you also need to edit and change your username in 2 other files. But that's about it. You good? So it's like a 3 or 4 step process. I think most people can handle it. No, because DT actually did release an OS. I'll never actually straight up release an OS. That's why I'm not even just going to call it just ZanyOS. It's still a NixOS config. Like, there's no false advertising here. This bitch is not an OS, okay? I ain't gonna treat it like a distro. I'm maintaining it like a distro. Well, I mean, I'm maintaining it because it is my system, but you get my point. Like, yeah, I recommend it. If you have any problems, please let me know. I'll try to fix it, but I mean, I don't know how there could be an issue. It's literally my system. If it works for me, it would be very surprised it doesn't work for you. But I would highly recommend you check out the NixOS like home and configuration files, just because, like, you know, my entire Hyperland config is in there, so you might want to give that a look over. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm configuring in here, like Kitty, Waybar, whole bunch. Theming Waybar as well in here. So there's a handful of programs that are being configured there. Then you can see a lot of the system packages that I have being installed, as well as I'm importing the scripts from the scripts folder as system packages as well. So, like, when I load up my emoji picker, it's literally coming Like it's acting as if it's a system binary. So pretty cool. And then, I obviously had to include my Squirtle script, which is not automatically ran anymore, but I could set that up. I just haven't gotten around to it yet because I just haven't, I don't know. I don't really see a need for it. I mean, it includes everything. Like you'll get my NeoFetch layout, like in config and everything. So everything's included. There's nothing left out as far as I know. I mean, if something's left out for you, it's left out for me too. Like another thing that I don't have set up is like automatic like USB drive mounting and stuff like that. So we could do that today as well. You know what? Let me go grab my hard drive with my backups on it. I'm trying to remember. I think it's out there. Yeah. So hold on. I'll go grab that and we'll start copying over files, setting up stuff like mounting other drive. We'll do more like hardware configuration stuff. I'm going to run an ad while I go grab that. I'll be right back. Well, boys, we have a rut row. I can't find my hard drive anywhere. Thought it was out there in the living room, but it is not. Probably my laptop bag, if I'm being honest. Where I'd like to believe it is. I'm looking around the room to make sure it's not just like on the floor somewhere. But all right, well, okay. So never mind about all that. Let's go ahead and since we've got everything moved over into our proper Git folder, let's rm-rf.config ZanyOS. And then let's move ZanyOS into our .config folder. And let's ls. Let's, for one thing that I want to do is set up XDG user DIRs for our user. Let's see. We want to go to the home manager appendix A. Let's go here. I need to bookmark this. Home manager config. We're going to put this here and put it inside of NixOS. Okay, and then Control F on this page, and we are looking for XDG user directories. Okay, XDG. Cool. Whether to enable. Okay. So all we got to do is just enable these options. Very cool. So we're going to go into, let's cd into our .config ZanyOS folder. Let's vim into NixOS / home.nix. Let's see, I don't think I've got an XDG. I don't think I'm doing anything with XDG yet. No, I'm not. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, that's the thing. Like, Wayland devs themselves are scared to tell people that it's ready. I mean, like, dude, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's ready if it works on your hardware. If it doesn't work on your hardware, it doesn't work on your hardware. Or if it works, but it's got a whole bunch of issues on your hardware, like, you know, a lot of people with 10 series, like NVIDIA GPUs, even though it should theoretically now work with NVIDIA on their system just fine, assuming, you know, you set the environment variables, it doesn't. It just still doesn't. So, like, it's one of those things, like, if it doesn't work for you or there's too many bugs and you just don't want to deal with it, then that's fine. But that also doesn't mean it's not ready. I mean, it works like a fracking beaut on my system. Works great. The only bug that I have is with X Wayland, not Wayland. And the only bug that it is on one of my monitors. Without scaling, for some reason, my cursor will change to the Adueta. If I move that window over here, it changes back to the system cursor that it's supposed to be. I don't know what that's about at all. It's not even that big of a deal. It only happens inside of Discord. Like, it's fine. So, well, NVIDIA working great is not a guarantee. Yeah, well, again, NVIDIA, it's not a guarantee because yes, there has been a lot of NVIDIA development work on Wayland support recently, a lot. But that still doesn't extend back very far with some of their older GPUs. So a lot of the people who are having a very difficult time with Wayland are running like 10 series or prior NVIDIA cards, and those are causing a lot of issues. No, most of Linux is GTK, not GNOME. But there is definitely a lot of Linux users that use GNOME. To imply otherwise is just wrong. There is a lot of people that use it. A lot. All right, so we're going to do xdg dot, or xdg equals, and then inside of here, we're going to put, what was it? xdg user dirs dot, well, wait, hold on. Am I going to be setting multiple? Yep. Okay, user dirs equals, why? Okay, I was about to say, why are you not changing colors? Enable equals true. And create directories needs to be equal true. Create directories. It's true. So now we should end up with all of our home directories, because if I open it up now, you'll see we don't have all of the user directories being created. So these are all for my dot files. I also, for some reason, another thing that I'm just now thinking about. Let me see, make sure I've got IMV installed. Yes. So I want to start using IMV as my dedicated picture viewer, but everything wants to open up with GNU or with GIMP by default. Set default application. Oh, there we go. Okay. IMV. Use default for this kind of file. Okay, so now, did it load up in GIMP? Yes, it did. Close all of these. Go over here. Okay. Okay. Yes. I mean, analytic minded, yes. Wayland is definitely around to stay. Rat poison is good. It's just, it definitely isn't for most people. Like, most people aren't going to be able to use rat poison and be like, this is amazing. And that's from somebody who really does like rat poison. Rat poison it is very cool. I like rat poison. It's very simple, very unbloated. It's like kind of the most optimized tiling window manager you can go for. But it's still like, it's definitely not for everybody. That's for sure. Okay. So let me go. I want to go ahead and the videos. Yeah, I don't have anything in either of these. Let's delete them. I go ahead and delete them because everything is really contained inside of my downloads folder anyway. I'm going to delete these screenshots here. Delete. I can delete these two files as well because those are for my old dot files. We're not even using any of them bitches anymore. So get rid of them. So this way it'll populate with my new XDG directories, which should do that anyway, but whatever. Let's see. Let's get the automatic like USB mounting and stuff. I think we need GVFS and like UDIS for that. Let's GVFS. Nope, nothing. UDIS. All right, so we need to use UDISky. Well, see, the problem with DWL and Sway is, for one, there's just features that are lacking for a compositor. And I mean, sure, you might be able to get around that, but Hyperland is pretty much your only option for a polished tiling or polished tiling Wayland compositor, I guess is how you'd say that. Um, with the ability to do all of the content creator things like screen capturing and all of the niceties. Like Sway is probably the second closest because you can do pretty much everything there, and you might have to do a little bit extra work or use a modified version of Sway that adds a little like a little nice feature here or there. But for the most part, Sway is pretty good. DWL, as far as I know, is lacking some pretty significant compositing features, but may be good. I don't know. DWL does screen capture no problem. I thought DWL uses the regular WL desktop portal, which I thought they hadn't yet fixed screen sharing on there yet. Still, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have fixed it. I don't know how recent that was, but I know for a long time. Good Lord, the dog's going crazy. Good Lord. Good Lord. Them dogs are going wild, barking. DWL uses the WL roots portal. Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't say the only feature missing is animations. I can't remember all that's missing, but there is quite a few things that are missing from Sway. But it's still good. Like, still good. It's just I don't know. It's hard to argue that the most feature-rich Wayland compositor isn't Hyperland. It's kind of hard to argue. Sway's definitely good. So is DWL, but I don't think most people are going to use DWL. BG's look. I don't know if you're talking about my hair or what. I'm not. I don't know anything about the Bee Gees or if that's like a reference to like the Beatles. I have no idea. I'm very out of the loop on a lot of things. Yeah, yeah. But I still to this day, like I've had people explain scratch pads to me so many times. I still don't truly understand them. I haven't retained a thing that people have told me about them, and I still don't get the use for them. They make no sense to me whatsoever. I don't know why you would use them. Like I don't know. I don't notice animations looking off at all. They, they look good to me. Mm, like, is there something I'm missing here? This looks exactly like what I would expect. I don't know. Mm. 70s look. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, the neck beard. Yeah. It's getting there. It's getting there. Uh, DW is cool. Folks watching while using DWM should switch over. Well, I definitely do agree. If you're a hardcore DWM user, definitely check out DWL. Like it's good. It's just I don't know. Like it's not to me. I don't know. Like I now that I've tried Hyperland, it's really hard to go anywhere else. I mean, it really is. Okay, scratchpad is a word that people like Matt use when they do not like something. Then scratchpad is missing as the best excuse. I thought that was going to be an explanation of scratchpads, but I don't. Yeah, again, I don't. I know people who use them really love them. That's all I know. Believe me, I can break your world. Animation's bad. You won't be able to. You won't be able to. Because if you're gonna try to explain like and break down in an analytical way how the animations somehow don't look right or whatever, ain't gonna work. Trust me. I'm somebody who likes them way too much. They're beautiful. Well, they're great. Also, like I mean, the animation, like it's just a Bezier curve for the animation. Like I don't understand how it could be wrong. Like it's kind of simple. Cannot be explained. Just another workspace. Sounds good. WM in general ruined DEs for me completely. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to go back to a DE. I really don't. Because all I notice is all the stuff that's there that like I don't know what's doing or don't have a reason for being there. You can literally show me that the animations don't look right. How? I'm looking at them. What? How could you possibly show me something that I'm already looking at and say looks fantastic? Resize? Okay. Hold on. Let me put it in floating. Okay. Are you gonna... Looks like a seizure's happening. What? No, it looks like a resize is happening. Like in tiled mode, resize. Okay, hold on, hold on. Am I missing something? Like, I don't see this seizure that you're talking about. Seems fine on my end. Mm, yeah, it looks good to me. Do it with keyboard. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take me a second. I don't even know if I have a resize key binding. Mod control. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't have one for my keyboard. Yeah. I don't. I don't even think I have that set up. Why wouldn't you just use your mouse? Like, who even defines those key bindings? Why? Sounds like that's a much longer way of just using you've got a mouse. Why not use it? Like that's one of the reasons I like Hyperland is it's one of those Tiling window managers that is like optimized for keyboard and mouse input. Like you use them both. Why not make use of the mouse as well for things that make sense, like resizing and moving around windows? Like, I mean, I do have the key binding so that I can like, mod shift H and like move around a window, but I never do that. I just mod and grab the thing. Like, why not? So wait, the what you're saying is the only place that animations are broken is in a feature that most people don't use and doesn't come in default key binding or the default configuration of Hyperland anyway. What? Like, just don't use it. Then all the other animations look great. Like, what? If all the other animations look fine, then just don't resize with the keyboard. I like using it. Oh, I mean, I don't know. This seems easier here. I mean, assuming you're already using your keyboard, or I mean your mouse. Good lord, it's English. It's hard. But I mean, you do you, man. I was doing mod shift arrow keys. Wait, maybe that's my key binding to resize. I don't know. Mod shift. No, it still moves it. Moves focus. Yeah. No, I don't think I have the resize bindings in there. Darth, a lot of people use touchscreens. Like a lot of people. My mom has a touchscreen on her laptop. She uses it from time to time, and I always forget it's a touchscreen. Always. No, Darth. People like me and you don't use them. Most people. Like if you go to like Best Buy and look around at laptops, like half of them are touchscreened. Like some of them have shit hardware and then they have a touchscreen. It's like, why? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to sell me a Celeron with a touchscreen? And it's like a nice screen. Like, just give me, I mean, give me any, come on, man. A Celeron, give me an i3. Like, at least something that could, like, run 2 applications at a time, please. Mm, yeah. I mean, most likely you're not missing anything. Like that's really the thing about NixOS is it doesn't really change anything about your system. It's just it will make it to where, especially if you're like me and you don't constantly install new programs, try out new things, like it makes keeping your system's configuration files in a little tiny contained package much easier, and also sending it to other people or doing anything like that much easier. So for most people, I don't think NixOS makes sense. Like me being excited and loving NixOS is not like everyone should be using it. It's probably it like at the very least for most people, it probably won't add anything. Like even if it works great for you, it's probably not going to add anything to your Linux experience. Like having NixOS under the hood isn't probably going to change everything for you. But depending on your use case, it can be really freaking fun and really awesome to play around with. Well, I mean, that's guaranteed to happen. I mean, girls liking you. I mean, come on, bro. Go out to the club, adorn yourself with some NixOS gear. You'll be bringing home a lady. Guaranteed. No problem. No problem. She coming home with you, dude. Are you running your root and slash home zany on temp of it? No. No, I don't have that much RAM. Yeah, absolutely not. No. I need like 128 gigs or something like that to run root and like everything reasonably. Yeah, about 128 gigs. And then I could load my entire home directory and root directory on there and still have some, a reasonable amount of RAM left over. Yeah. I mean, normally like on Gentoo, I'll run like my portage directories where I'm building stuff on tempfs, but otherwise, no, not really. You don't need that much RAM. Nix can be its own Nix sub volume. Well, but I mean, if you're just sim linking everything to tempfs, like you're not really running on a temp FS at all. You're tricking your system and into running a little bit. And also, like, brother, I'm running on SSDs and NVMe's. I don't need that. No, I don't need all that noise. My drives are fast enough, which I might even end up doing a reinstall on my NVMe. That's probably what I'll end up doing, since my configuration's so dang easy to switch over. Because the way that I've got it right now, hold on, let me go over to a workspace where I've got my shit. I meant to close this one, not that window. Great. Anyway. Oh, wait. What am I doing? So I've got my monster big drive here, hard drive, and then I've got my little Kingston SSD that I was testing Nix on, and then my NVMe drive, which this will probably be where I reinstall Nix to. I'll probably use ButterFS or something for it. Like, I'll do a little bit of different stuff with the system configuration. Look up erase your darling NixOS. Yeah, hopefully, Hipdad, you can get your stream freezing problem fixed. But yeah, no, it's fine. Fine on my end. Doing okay. A-okay. Look up erase your darling NixOS. Yeah, maybe another time I'll read into this. This right now doesn't immediately catch my eye. It sounds like what you were talking about with like your TempFS, just having everything going to your TempFS. But also, like, again, I'm not really interested in a whole bunch of under the hood NixOS stuff. I'm really just happy with how easy it is to onboard and understand everything. It's very nice. It's very simple. Yeah. No, this doesn't make me crap my pants. Looks like a good read, but no. The audio is fine. Well, thanks. I don't. If was anyone saying that the audio was bad, Hipdad? What was that even in response to? Yes, I did find my home. Well, Arch was home for a long time, but I think I've just bought a new home. And the deal on it was great. No money down. Great. Great deal. So yeah, I think I'll end up reinstalling on my NVMe drive. Good Lord, my dog is going crazy out there. I should do some work on my website and everything, but I really don't want to right now. I'll do that later. Yes, sir. Glad the audio's that good. Well, normally I would say I would be hopping in no time, but there's so much like, all right, just like here, I'm being linked stuff that I can already check out a later. Like there's so much stuff that I don't know about NixOS that you can do that's really freaking cool. Like I've been going for a few days. I've got my entire system configured. I've done some more quote unquote advanced things that you can do with NixOS, and I've barely even scratched the surface of half the stuff that you can do. A lot of the things that you can take advantage of, I'm not even touching because I don't care about. I don't need. There's so much to NixOS. Like as a distribution, it is quite different. I found it to be very, very interesting. Very interesting. Like I'm pretty much as interested and as passionate about NixOS when I first started diving into Arch. And Arch is just it's lost that, like there's not a mystery to it. There's not a whole bunch of stuff that I don't understand about Arch. There's there's just a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not interested in with Arch. Here there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm not interested in and a whole bunch of stuff I don't know that I definitely would be interested in if I could understand or got into. I also don't have a super amount of time. So mm. or if you're just or if you just want to, share your system with other people. It's your distro. When you don't want something, just grab headphones to drown out the thoughts. Oh, no, no. If you really don't want to do something, just start configuring something like a program on your system that you've never done before, but you've always wanted to like theme, and you can do that. It'll easily drown out thoughts. You'll be busy for a long time. Well, like my thing is like I tried out Nix a long time ago and I didn't stick with it either. Like I don't know what it was. I didn't find it interesting or like what. I can't remember why, but I tried out Nix and it just wasn't for me, like at all. I couldn't wrap my head around it. Now, for some reason, I totally wrap my head around it. It's very simple. Like works great. Mm, I don't know. There's the GUIX community is so small. I don't know if it'll even get you bearded guys. Might just get you like it might get you Stallman's phone number. Like your Waybar, it's in your repo. Yes, it is. It is in just so we're clear. It's inside of my home.nix. If you go down in here, I configure Waybar down here. Waybar. And so the settings for it have changed because it like the settings are in the home Nix format. So you can just copy over any of the data and put it into your config. Just change up the format to match, like because you're not going to have the semicolons and like just change over the settings, and then the style.css you can just straight copy um, over. Or if you just run my Nix system, you'll have everything. You know, it's got a lot. Hold on, let me clear out my notifications center over here, just so I don't show off. I don't know if I've got any private messages, so I don't want to show it off. But here's the notification center. But yeah, I like my Waybar too. It's very nice. Now, just so everyone's clear, if you do want to get my NixOS like dots, it's very simple. You just clone the folder. So I'll go into the folder the Git folder. So you just clone the folder, and then inside of the NixOS file or folder, you remove the hardware configuration folder or file. Good Lord, if I could speak. You remove that file there, and then you copy over yours that's generated inside of your NixOS folder. So you would copy this one over in here, and then inside of the home.nix and the configuration.nix, you need to change your username and host name. And inside of here, there'll also be right under your username is your user's home folder. So you change your username there. And then inside of the flake, oh, good Lord, inside of the flake.nix, because this flake controls everything, you just need to change your host name. Now, if you use the host name Hypernix, you won't have to change a thing, but other than your username. In here, you won't have to change anything, but as soon as you changed around your host name and your username in those files, copied over your hardware config, you just run the regular old sudo nixos -rebuild switch command, but you give it -- flake and dot for this folder. Or hold on, let me lean out of the way here. -- flake. Oh, wait, I can do that. There we go. What am I doing? There you go. So you just run that command there, and screw it, I'll go ahead and run it now. I'll rebuild the system. Why not? No, I think there was an update. Nice. So you just run this and it'll build the entire system for you. And this is probably going to take a second because there's actually an update. Richard responded to my email this year with my birthday wish. Oh, oh, oh. That's beautiful. Richard talked to you. Yeet 'em, skeet 'em, brother. Oh no. OBS. It's dropping frames. Whew. Sorry, boys. OBS just dropped about 1,000 frames there. Maybe 1,100 frames. So, yeah, sorry about that. It got choppy there for a second. Flakes, seventh way of doing things in Nix. Yes, exactly. Damn. Okay. So we have recovered. But good Lord, there for a second, my Wi-Fi was eating it hard, dude. So bad. So bad. It was rough. Yep. Luckily, seems to be better now. But cool. So yeah, I'm gonna rebuild the entire system here. Dude. Well, they all work. Like, all 7 different ways work just fine. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, because all the, like, I've tried like 4 different methods of doing stuff inside of Nix, and they all work. It's just like where everyone gets confused is like installing programs through the terminal with an install command like you're used to, because that is not persistent. It will never be persistent, and it's not. Yeah, no. And so that's where everyone's like really confused. Like, give me just a way to install a program persistently through the terminal in a single command. It's like, you can do that, but it's probably going to break on you, because you're using a declarative operating system wrong. Like, it's just not the way it's intended to be used. Well, give me an example, because I haven't had anything break or do anything weird on me. Like, I just did a full rebuild, like probably built Hyperland from source there. It, did everything. Let me see about my home directory. So we do not have my new XDG stuff. Oh, wait. I bet you that's not in here. It's not. No, I forgot about that. That was in the file that we changed. It was not in here. So we're going to have to add it. Hold on. Before I do that, let me go back through here and make sure. Yep, because it should have been right under GTK and above Hyperland. Damn. All right, XDG equals what is it? What was it? User DIRs. Yep, okay. XDG user DIRs equals enable equals true. And create directories. Create. Okay, yeah, create directories equals true. So let's save and then rebuild the flake. Oh, that's dead. Making a package, I basically had to try different methods for a week before one of them worked. Making a package? I'm so confused. What do you mean by making a package? Here we go. Got all my directories. Cool. Yes, that warning will stay until 2405. It's fine. I don't get it, because I've had a few people be like bothered by it or something. It's like, no, it literally says warning right there. It's fine. And it literally explains itself. This option is deprecated since 23.11. That's the version I'm using. So it just got deprecated, and it will be removed in 24.05. Home Manager Developer has already talked about it. It's going to be fine in 24.05. So, like, I mean, there's nothing to worry about. It's not a problem. It's not an error. It's just telling you it's using an option that's been deprecated. I know it bothered, like, I've had a handful of people tell me this really bothers them. I'm like, I don't get it. I know. That's what they all said. I don't like it. They're like, I really don't like it. I'm like, it's fine. I mean, sure, it would be better if it wasn't there, but you know, it's fine. I mean, it's like now, if this warning here said error, then we'd have a problem. I would not like it either. I'd be like, this is BS. But it does say warning, so it is all red though. You take binaries or sources and build them into a package which you can install by putting it into a declarative config. I'm so confused. So, like, wait, it took you a week to add stuff into the system config place in the config file? I'm confused. You're wanting to build another package, like kind of like I think it's like read from file or whatever, like built in or whatever. And like, so, like, are you trying to compile a program? Like, I'm so confused. Is the configuration file for all your programs in one file? No, not really. Because like if you look in my folder here, I do have a few things. Now this is also a Git repo. So like the demo is for, like, if you go to the repo, like it's the picture for the repo. So, but for my actual config files, I have some config files that would be dot files normally thrown in here, like my emoji file that's for sourcing all of the emojis for my script there. So some of these files are still in here, like my wallpaper is also in here because it gets put in with everything else. How do I add those separate config files in my main configuration? You wouldn't. So if you want to run my system, like instead of your own system, if you install NixOS, all you have to do is clone this repo here. Let me clean this up. Clone this repo. Go inside of the flake.nix. Change your, like right here where it says NixOS configurations, you need to change this hypernix to the name of your host name for your system. Change that there. Then inside of the NixOS configuration file folder, you will remove and replace this hardware configuration because that's for my system. You're going to remove that, copy over yours in the etc NixOS folder, copy that one over in here, and then inside of configuration, all you got to do is, actually, let me make sure. Yeah, you just have to go down here to the user, change the username to be the username you chose during the install. You can also change the description if you want. I'd leave the groups there or add another group if you want. And then inside of the home.nix at the very top, change your username and home directory there. And then all you got to do is sudo nixos -rebuild. Oh, sorry, I'm reading chat. Switch -- flake period. Because you're going to rebuild the system, but you're going to tell it you're using a flake and pull the flake from this folder. And you run that command and it'll rebuild the system. And you'll have everything that's mine. Like all of my configuration files will be in your home directory and everything. And you can also change stuff from here if you want. Yeah, you pull the files from GitLab. The link, hold on. Where is my thing? Because it's not like linked in the description, I don't think. So let me copy this link. Can't use my mouse for some reason. There you go. Well, if you're rebuilding from the flake, it should use the config file from the flake, right? Oh, that is true. That is true. Yes. So so yeah, you do need to enable flakes, but isn't that just a simple command you can run to add it? Yeah, so you can just go ahead and temporarily enable it or set it in your original Nix configuration, rebuild, and then use it. But all right, is it ever going to come out of being an experimental feature? Like, how long has flakes been experimental? Okay, so they've been introduced with NixOS 2.4. We're on Nix 23.11. Are they ever going to take it out of being experimental? Probably never. Yeah, it makes, yeah, like I gotta be honest, using flakes is really fucking cool. Take it out of experimental. What the fuck? Why is it experimental? It works great. What's like, hold on, what's the, why is it an experimental feature? Okay, well this unstable feature has been around for fucking 21 generations. What are we doing here? Some Nix devs don't like it. Oh, okay. There, you know, there are Amish people out there that don't like cars too, right? Do we stop manufacturing cars? The heck is this about? Come on now, just take it out of experimental. It works. It works great. It's actually really nice. We're talking about flakes and it being an experimental feature in Nix, and it's been around for forever. It does not need to be experimental. It works great. I don't know why they're saying it's unstable. Like, works great. Get religious, go to church, and pray flakes. Well, don't worry, dude. I'm already there. I already go to church, so you know, me and the big man upstairs, we'll be talking about flakes. You know, I'll tell the big man he's got to do, you know, some hand of justice, make them get that out of experimental. And pray for us. I got you, brother. Don't worry. I'll be sending big prayers. But yeah, it's good. I don't even know. I mean, I do want to do some other stuff with my system, but I guess we could go ahead and. Should I just go ahead and do a full reinstall and see how soon I can get another stream going back up? I'm on 34 right now. 30. What do you mean 34? 34 what? Well, Debian SID is not really unstable. It's just Debian SID can cause a lot of problems on Debian because Debian's not meant to be anything other than just Debian stable. Although SID does normally work just fine. but it can. Like, dude, when Debian SID causes issues, oh my god. And the sad part about it is like, it's not even close to unstable, because do you know how many packages that are in unstable branches elsewhere aren't available in SID? So many. Speed run, reinstall. Might go ahead and do it. But I think I could. I need to. Hopefully, this drive here is still my NixOS ISO. Hopefully, I didn't screw with it. I'm not sure. So I might have to make another Nix ISO. I'd like to see if I could change it around, like do some ButterFS stuff. Do you not use Ventoy? I used to, but I can't use Ventoy for a lot of different distros, because it just like a lot of different distros won't work on Ventoy. And then there's things like, because one of the reasons I really wanted to have Ventoy is I could have Windows and other distros on a Ventoy drive. Windows always says missing drivers when I use it from a Ventoy disk. So remember, you'll need to add flags to get flags to work. Yeah, yeah. But I don't really have a worry about that at all. Check the drive, Zany. Okay. Should I do it on screen or off screen? I mean, initially I'm going to do it off screen, but you let me know if it's something I should show off. Let's see. Badoop drive. Let's go down in here to my shared drive. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. What's happening? What should I be looking for? I was considering using Nix with ButterFS, but does it make sense to use it when NixOS generations exist? See, that's exactly like, all right. So one of the things about my next install that I was going to do is I was going to use ButterFS to see if there was even a reason for doing it, because I was going to set up and use ButterFS without snapshots, because it makes no sense to have snapshots when generations exist. And I was going to see if ButterFS is like, if there's any difference. ext4 doesn't dynamically reallocate inodes, and when I heard that I stopped using it. CFS or ButterFS is the way to go. I've heard a lot of people say that I should not be using ext4 on this NixOS install, that like there's a data corruption regression, there's like a whole bunch of reasons to not choose ext4. It's been fucking fine. It's been totally fine. Now, I am open to trying out ButterFS, but I am for me, the reason I'm interested in trying out ButterFS on Nix is to just see if at any point I ever go, I should be using snapshots, which I doubt will ever happen. Sprungles, what am I looking for on the drive? I don't see anything that immediately pops out to me. Maybe it's the outro, like video. I don't know. I'm not sure what's new. ext4 is only broken on Debian. I don't know. ext4 is really good, and I don't think it's broken on Debian. Now, I haven't used Debian recently, so I don't know if there's something major that's happened recently on Debian I don't know about. I don't use ButterFS because of snapshots. I mean, I've used ButterFS without snapshots plenty in the past. Like, ButterFS is just a good file system, if we're being honest. It is a good file system. So, a few days ago. Oh, dang. Okay. It's interesting to see Debian being the one having a weird issue. Nice. Doesn't normally happen to him, but I like it. Well, it happens to him, but it's normally because, They're old as shit. But, you know. I was talking about the thumb drive. Oh. Oh. I got you. I thought you were talking about the Google Drive. I was so confused for a minute. Dang, I was so aloof. My bad. My B. It's really nice though to just be able to easily delete Nix subvolume and reinstall it quickly without formatting a drive. I mean, yeah, yeah, that is true. I don't know, dude. I'm very much enjoying my NixOS system. It's very nice. It's been a joy to use, joy to set up. Well, is there anything that like you guys want me to do other than just do a complete reinstall of NixOS right now? I don't like CFS. I won't be going CFS. Just because I don't understand any of the commands for CFS. I don't get it, and I'm also not interested in getting it. Do a reinstall. God bless. I can't even record that though. You know, like like that means the stream has to go down. That, that's big poopy. That's big doo doo. Do GNOME on Nix? No, absolutely not. Dude, Hyperland is so good here. Like it's so good. And also, I just don't want to use anything other than Hyperland. Like, yeah, I can't do it. I had to sit down and use a freaking Windows machine, and I kept trying to hit key bindings. It's terrible. It's terrible. Like I'm losing my ability to use regular consumer products. I'm right there with you, dude. I should not end the stream. What's up, Alex? The Linux Tube. How you doing? I'm considering a hop from Windtown to Linux. Hmm. Hmm. That'll be interesting. Uh, well, configuring your VPN is going to be a bitch anywhere you go, unless it's got a GUI client that you can install and just use. Now, if they do provide a GUI client, you can probably install it in Nix and just use that and not even have to deal with it doing it the fancy way in the config. So it all kind of depends. But I wish you the best of luck. And hopefully, if you need any help, somebody around here can help you out. I'm probably not the best one because I know very little about VPNs, but go back to OpenBSD. Nah, I'm not. Nope. I'm very happy being able to play Steam anytime I want. Oh, oh, you said, oh, okay. I didn't even read the Jesse part of that. I literally didn't even read it. Wowzers. Oh, editing shorts, nice. Ending the stream is not, it's not rude at all. Especially when half the people in here are asking me for it. They're like, just do a NixOS install. GUI client for it is unmaintained. Yikes. Yikers. Well, you could be the maintainer. You could. Probably, I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. Uh, what if you had to stick with a distro for a length of time or shave your beard again? Mm. I'd probably stick with NixOS and shave my beard. Probably what I do. I need to shave my beard already, but I just haven't because I know if I shave my beard, I'm gonna walk into work and everyone's gonna be like, "Dude, you got a baby face." No, it's gonna happen. Every time I shave, I look so much younger. I look my age. I look young. With this, at least, I look like I've seen some things. You know. I do need to check out WireGuard. Actually, you know what? Like, I know very little about WireGuard at all. Like, when it comes to me and networking, my networking knowledge pretty much extends, especially the like skill set that people would consider like marketable. It would all be in reference to like networking in game development. That's it. Like, I don't know shit about a lot of networking. I mean, I can do the basic things. Like, if I need to get a job like managing routers, like or technical support with routers, I'll do easy peasy all day. But, like really advanced stuff, like probably not. Mm, I mean, I think what I need to do is like do the shave on the sides that I used to do, and then just keep it long up here at the top. That's what I normally like, but I can't do that myself without feeling like I'm going to screw it up. I could try it. Probably will try it here very soon, but I'm scared because then I got to go to work. Like, I can't do the back of my head. Like, that one's going to be a big if there. Whether or not that turns out all right. I grew mine Jesus style. I just get like, I don't know. Once my hair gets like past like this point here, where like I can have the side over here come over, and it starts getting like really long, like it just looks weird. It I look like a middle-aged Karen, and I can't get to the long point, like the really long point. I can't do it. Like, I can't go through that Karen phase, man. Like, I just can't. I know it'll get better, but I can't. That Karen phase is rough, dude. It's rough. I mean, you know what I'm talking about too. Like, you know the haircut I'm talking about. Like, oh, that's what my hair turns into when it gets that like in between phase. It's rough. I mean, I work in like customer service, dude. I got to see like half my town, if not more, throughout the week. Oh, brother, that's a rough time. To join a pub. I mean, I could, but I love the Karen phase. Oh, I no, no, I can't do it. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, God, you look ridiculous. Like with a shaved head, I look less ridiculous than that. I mean, like my like okay, my mentality when it comes to hair is I'm a cheap ass, so like let's make it as cheap as possible. Let's keep things as cheap as possible. I will shave my head to save money, or I'll just not get haircuts to save money. And then sometimes, if I'm feeling really fancy, I will go out and get a really nice haircut. Like if I'm going to go out and get a haircut, I don't cheap out and go to like Great Clips or something and get like an 8, 10, $15 haircut. Like I go out and spend $40. I get a nice haircut where they do the warm towel shit, the nice places, nice barbershops. Go get a haircut there. And then, but I don't do that all the time because that's way too much money, man. So much money. Yeah. Like I don't even know how long it's been since I've gotten an actual proper haircut. It's been a long time. Yeah, yeah. Like I mean, like proper barbershops, like real like barbershops. Yeah, like they give you a free Coke while you wait. Like like those kind of places. I like I'll treat myself to those kind of haircuts sometimes. And normally when I go in there and do that, like I get a fade, like a fade on the sides, and then if they trim my hair at the top at all, it's almost nothing. Like the last time I went, I had them cut it a little bit, and they went way more than I wanted. So this time around, I'll probably be like, no, I don't want anything on the top. I just want the sides trimmed. That they fake. Hmm. Well, I don't know. What should we do, boys? Okay, other because I am going to install NixOS tonight. Okay, I promise that's going to happen. What should we do that's not, you know, installing NixOS? Nice, cool steak right now. Live. What? Cool steak? Cook a steak. Oh, definitely can't do that. My mom's already made dinner, and we definitely don't have steaks in the house. That's another problem. Zany's little recipes. Oh, dude, I definitely need to like make an article series on my website called Zany's Little Recipes, and it'll literally just be knockoff. Uh, what is that called? Fresh. Hello Fresh. There we go. The Hello Fresh. Is it WireGuard deep dive time? Maybe. I mean, I'm looking at the WireGuard page right now. Um, inner seems kind of cool. I don't know, but I'm just not really into a whole bunch of the like, you know, VPN stuff. I mean, this does seem pretty cool, but I don't know. Like, don't I need to use WireGuard? Wouldn't I need an actual VPN like service? Take us on a live card drive. I mean, I could stream from my phone and do that. That's gonna be lame as hell. No, I'm not gonna take you guys to where I work. No, we're not. No, I'm not. I'm not going into work. Definitely not. I don't want to go into the grocery store. Be like, yo, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Like, I mean, that's one of the nice things about working at a grocery store, though. Like, before I come home from work, I just grab what we need. Like, we never have to go out shopping anymore. I just grab things before I leave from work. Well, do you ever need to connect to your home network from your phone, for example? Do you mean like when I'm away from home? No. You can run your own VPN service with WireGuard. I'm so confused. How could you run your own VPN with WireGuard? Like your connection to the internet still getting piped through your ISP. So like, what are we talking about here? Network admin? No, I'm definitely not. No. Let's see. Let me dismiss that. Getting a Discord call. Hmm. Okay. Okay. WireGuard securely encapsulates IP packets over UDP. So you can add a WireGuard interface, configure it with your private key, your peer's public keys, and then you can send packets across it. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. Gotcha. Gotcha. So, yeah, kind of a simple idea. So you're still using the regular, like your regular internet for everything, but you're encrypting all of your packets and like essentially able to act like you're connected to somewhere else, like, a computer at your home. I get you. Pretty cool. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. I mean, I don't really have a reason to set this up, to be honest. Like I really don't have a reason to set it. Like I don't even use a VPN if we're being honest. So now this is very cool, but right now I don't really have a reason to get into it yet. So, but do we do we need to like play some games? Maybe, maybe. Mm-hmm. Many companies use it for their employees to access internal servers. Yeah. No, we definitely need to play something that like everyone can join in on for sure. Actually, how about this? How about this? I'll go out here, socialize with my family for a little bit, come back here. I'll do a reinstall of NixOS on ButterFS, and then we'll do a gaming stream. And I'll hang out on Discord. So that's what we'll do. I'll see you boys later. I'll be on Discord. So if you guys want to hop in over on my server in general talk or somewhere, I'll be there before too long. And that's what we'll do. Thank you guys for educating me on WireGuard and hanging out and being awesome. Don't forget, I do have a store now. If you want to go check out my amazing fourth wall store with a whole bunch of stuff, spent a lot of money on a whole bunch of art. So if you want to go check out some of the items over there, definitely go do it. The hoodie and pants are freaking awesome. There's a whole bunch of different colors. The mouse pad's also very reasonably priced. It is also very awesome, especially if you like stuff like Super Tux cards, Xenotic, that kind of stuff. And you like retro wave kind of stylized designs. You're gonna like stuff there. So yeah, I'll see you boys around. Peace.